Hi, I'm Mike Psarouthakis. I'm the Vice President of Business Acceleration at the MEDC. My program oversees the direct investments in high-tech startups that the MEDC manages. We have about 160 companies in the portfolio, about $240 million under management. So, quick question for you first. Just curious who's here. How many entrepreneurs, student entrepreneurs? Cool. University faculty? All right. Service providers or located here? Okay. All right. So I am the last person. So I think we're going to have a little fun here. So I want someone to remember the number 43,989. So if someone can remember that number. So I'm going to talk about first a couple programs we have online now that are making investments, and then a few things we have in the pipeline. So the first program is called the MEDC Follow-On Fund. This is a program to help companies do short-term funding events, bridge financing. Companies that are eligible for this program are companies that have received direct investment or grants from some of the programs you've already heard. So SBIR Match, the business plan competitions we've held in mid-2000 and late 2000, Sparks programs, the pre-seed, the microloan. Any company that has direct cash from a MEDC-related program can apply for this. We have $6 million in this program total, only $1 million available currently. And what we're looking for is a brief business plan, but really the articulation of how are you going to pay us back in 18 to 24 months. We hold a very hard line to that, so we say no a lot in this program because we're really trying to get the company to, they need 6 more months to raise funds, and then they're going to pay us back when they close that deal. Or they need 6 more, or 12 more months to close that PO, where they're going to get a payment when they close the purchase order. Application process is pretty simple. The easiest way to find it is to ignore the long URL and do a Google search on MEDC Follow-On Fund. Will be the first 3 or 4 links. And then the guidelines for applying are in there. All of these programs are very similar to SCIP, so I'm not going to jump through the application, business plan, details. You guys have heard enough of that, and seeing a whole string of lines with the similar materials that can be very helpful. This is a new program. We're very excited about it. There's very few programs like this in the country. It's called the Pure Michigan Venture Match Fund. It is what it sounds like. We're matching venture-led investments, so not just venture capital. And we will invest from $350,000 to $500,000 in deals that are led by VCs. And what do I mean by led by VCs? It means that the VC has to have as much in the deal as we're going to commit in the deal. So between $350,000 to $500,000. And then they can partner with anyone they want. Angels, foundations, industry partners, strategic partners, what have you. This is a pretty innovative program for us. We only do equity deals out of this program. No convertible loans, no grants. We expect to get these returns. And the returns, which is unique for this program, go back into this program. So this is an evergreen fund. We expect it to grow quite substantially. Maryland has a similar program that's been around for 10 years. They've invested $25 million. They've realized $64 million in returns. Their current portfolio from those investments is a fair market value of about $14 million. And they just passed legislation to refund that with another $87 million. So this is a big deal. It's filling a gap, trying to attract the VCs into some earlier stage deals. We primarily want to see companies applying to this. They're getting their first venture capital. Application process is slightly different on this one. The business plan can be 35 pages long instead of 30 compared to SCIP's. And as an exhibit, we require the VC to supply a justification of why they're investing in the company, and also a justification on the valuation they put on the company. And these are evaluated by a peer review group. I'm smiling because I know something's coming because I'm the last one. But it's evaluated by a peer review group outside of the MEDC, experts that are VCs, former entrepreneurs. They know this stuff really well. Again, ignore the URL, do a Google search for Pure Michigan Venture Matching. You'll find it a lot easier. So what's next? Pure Michigan's up here again because right now we have $5 million. We expect to place that money in 18 to 24 months. And Then we're going to go to the MSF board and request another $5 million, and they know that's coming, so we expect to have $10 million for this program. So just want to make you aware, if you're not ready now, you start talking to VC if you have that opportunity, and it's a couple of years now, keep this in mind because it's going to be there. Thank you for the wave. So Pure Michigan Fund of Funds is more related to Merrill's area, and that we're trying to help early stage funds, first-time funds get established in Michigan. The MSF board is going to approve a public hearing for this, and public hearings are very important to the MEDC. The venture match program that I spoke about previously was dramatically changed due to public commentary. It's not set in stone when we do that. The example is we were only going to match venture funds, not partners, not angels, not foundations. And we got a lot of feedback from the public, especially the Michigan VCs. They partner a lot. There's not enough capital in the state to just syndicate deals on their own. And as a result, the program changed quite dramatically. So the Fund of Funds is basically going to be a program that's likely going to be the structure where the fund will raise at least $8 million, and then we will enter as a limited partner as well with $2 million to get them to a $10 million close. We hope to raise more, but $10 million is basically the very minimal where the economics work for the program, the fees they charge and the carry, and have enough capital to do deals. Now the last thing is crowdsource funding or crowdfunding, and I'm curious, who here has heard of that? Cool. All right, good number. Not an MEDC or MSF program. Everybody in this room needs to become aware of this and familiar with it as it develops. President Obama on April 4th signed the jobs bill. And in the bill is the ability for companies, private held companies, to raise $1 million from the general public by posting through a solicitation on a SEC registered website and sell equity in their company. Right now, companies can't do that. They can only go to qualified investors, which are people who make $200,000 or $300,000 a year income or have $1 million in assets, not counting their homes. So this is a big deal. They've done it already in Ireland just in the last 9 months, and it's getting a lot of traction. It's replacing basically home equity that's been lost that founders started their companies on. They can't go to banks. They can't get enough interest from investors. VCs aren't interested at this stage, so now Joe Public can. Crowdfunding, though, is available now if you're interested in pre-selling your product or service. And an example of this, and this is why I asked you to remember the number, I'm going to code it in here. So the number was $43,989. So there's a site called Kickstarter, and they have a company that has listed on Kickstarter. So Kickstarter is a place where you can crowdfund and pre-sell a product. That's all they do, is they help companies or foundations raise money. And Kickstarter has a project on their site currently. It's been on the site for about 20 days. It's a watch that syncs with your iPhone or your Android. So you can control it. It's a pretty cool, neat product. They were trying to raise $100,000 in 45 days. And they were basically going to make 1,000 of these watches. They raised $100,000 in 2 hours. They raised $1.4 million in 18 hours. As of just this moment, they've raised $6.4 million, and they have 23 days to go. They've had 44,030 people, so that's the difference, close deals with them in the time I've been speaking. So this is a huge opportunity for an early stage company who doesn't have funding, but has a cool idea. Post it on Kickstarter. If you get enough traction, you're getting money and delivering a product. They won't deliver their product until September of this year. So it's a huge opportunity for early stage companies, especially the student companies out there. You've got a neat idea. You can get significant traction now if you can pre-sell a service or a product. Or when the law is put in place early next year, you could even sell equity in your company to the general public.